This segment is brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers.
Welcome back to Farm Factor and the Kansas Soybean Update.
This is the Kansas Soybean Update. It's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. Lucas Heinen is joining us from Everest, Kansas. He also serves as president of the Kansas Soybean Association. And Lucas, you testified at the first Senate Ag Committee Farm Bill field hearing. What was some of the message that you gave to Senator Roberts and Senator Stabenow at the hearing?
We talked about priorities for Kansas soybean farmers, and those priorities were first and foremost crop insurance, maintaining that in the next farm bill. We talked about other things such as the county ARC programs and the PLC programs, maintaining those, but maybe tweaking them a little bit, changing where they get their information. Let's not just be stuck with NASS data. Let's use RMA data where it's appropriate. We talked about fully funding conservation programs, including EQIP and CSP. And we talked about the importance of exports and fully funding our foreign market development and market access programs.
Now, a lot of this concerning priorities, it was through a lot of discussion through the board meetings and talking with producers, too.
So we generate these priorities from our members, both in-state and nationally.
And that would also include work in-state concerning House Bill 2095 in the Kansas legislature concerning expanded weight limits on trucks.
I also had the pleasure of giving testimony at the State House in early February about that. It's a bill designed to increase the weight limits on 6-axle tractors and trailers to 90,000 pounds. This enables us to be more in line with surrounding states, and it would enable us to haul more payload, be more efficient, and just deliver more soybeans to market at a faster pace.
And Lucas, really the thought on all that and really the emphasis is to talk with the senators in this case or the state legislators, hearing that from farmers, hearing that from those who are out there every day.
People want to know, people in power, people in government, they want to hear directly from the people who are most involved in agriculture, and that's us, that's the farmers. I was on this panel surrounded by other farmers, and we all had different issues, but we all had very similar issues. And it's very important that our elected representatives hear this so they can make decisions based on information that is actually relevant to our farms.
And the bottom line is they want to hear it. They need to hear that from the producer.
Absolutely. The best decision they can make is based on information that we can give them. If they read it out of a magazine, if they see it online, it may or may not be true. But if you hear it from the farmer's mouth, it directly affects us. And we're happy to tell them, and we're glad they want to hear it.
Lucas, appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Greg.
That is Lucas Heinen, a soybean producer from Everest, Kansas, serves as president of the Kansas Soybean Association. He's been our guest on the Kansas Soybean Update. It's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. Learn more at kansassoybeans.org. For Kansas Soybeans, I'm Greg Akagi.
Hope you enjoyed this week's Kansas Soybean Update. Stay with us after the break for more Farm Factor with Duane Toews and Paul Sundberg.
This Medford, New Jersey school bus runs on biodiesel, and so do these. In fact, all of these buses run on clean-burning biodiesel, which is great because the more we use biodiesel in our heavy-duty vehicles, the less carbon pollution in our air. Think how great it would be if more of our school buses ran on biodiesel. More biodiesel, less carbon pollution. More is less. Biodiesel, America's advanced biofuel.